Seem to have come to like some sort of agreement, like turf wars. Why have I got gangster angelfish? So there have been a lot of changes recently in the fish studio. Hopefully you guys can see behind me. The goldfish tanklet still fully planted, which is great. They haven't ripped up anything. I mean, that's probably because I planted everything so deeply into the sand bed and rammed it in between those rocks. So I'm sure they would have tried and then probably thought, oh, this isn't happening, and gave up. Hopefully anyway. So fingers crossed that stays looking as good as it is at the moment. And also the Venezuelan enquiries that we've got in the reef aquarium. It's not a reef aquarium, freshwater reef. Don't hate me. They're doing really good as well, like much better than I expected. I thought they'd be quite hidden for a while, or I wouldn't see them because there's quite a lot of places for them to hide in here. But they're actually out in the open a lot, and they're doing a really good job of keeping that sandbed clean, which is exactly what I wanted. A couple of them are hiding at the back at the moment because the lights haven't been on very long, so they're just waking up, bless them. Okay boys, guess what we've got?
Worms.
Worms? We've only got worms, Doodles. Where are they?
In the box.
In the box?
Yeah.
Jakey? Jakey?
Yeah?
Do you want to see the worms?
No.
No? What do you mean no?
I don't like worms.
You don't like worms? Well, you're going to get them in your face.
No! They don't.
Yeah, there goes one. Oh yes, the nice big chunky ones. We can start like a little worm farm. Do you have a worm farm?
Yeah.
Oh, what you got there? Are those biscuits?
Yeah, they're really big. I'm eating some of it.
You are. Right, many of you commented on my coffee in the last video. So basically it's just like instant coffee or soluble coffee. I'm not like a connoisseur or anything of coffee. I just know that this is what I like. I've tried all the fancy stuff, and you know what? Maybe it's because I've just got used to this stuff, like the cheap instant stuff, that I just find the other stuff tastes a bit funny. I don't know. Uh-oh, it looks like we've had our first victim. Oh, that sounds very sinister. What I mean is, remember me saying about them not pulling up any of the plants? Well, it's now been 3 days since I put them in. We have our first plant pulled up. That is a Limnophila. It's obviously been pulled up from, well, the planting areas obviously, but like, look, there's a nice big one there still in. There's lots over there still in, so maybe it was one that I didn't plant sort of in the group, so I'll just get that back in. Hopefully that will then stay put. There we go, look, so I put it in this section in here. I don't know if you can just about see it in the back there. Pushed it right in deep, so hopefully that's going to anchor it right down. But if these guys want to get hold of it and pull it, oh, there's something else up there. Oh, it's just a tiny little bit that's come off one of the plants, but I don't think that was them. These guys can rip anything out if they want to, so we're doing really well so far, and I'm happy with that. Hopefully it continues to be this good. The angelfish have been in the aquarium behind me now for about a month. Everything has gone perfect, but it's only up until recently I've started noticing some aggression issues. Maybe issues isn't really the best word, because they're just doing like territorial fighting. I guess it's kind of normal, like you set up their little boundaries and then if anyone comes into it, they attack. But everything seems to be okay until there's food in the mix. Now I suppose this is all natural behaviour. I wouldn't know because I've never actually kept angels before, but it's really interesting to see. Right, well, hopefully you guys saw that then. As I put it in, Guy Diamond and Blackie went at each other. Blackie doesn't seem to be bothered by the other guys that are eating in his territory, but as soon as Guy Diamond goes over there or anywhere near, or the Ultim as well, or, you know, the false Ultim. Look, see, he's looking now. There's a standoff going on. I don't know why I'm making the noise. I could just find that sound clip. So yeah, I don't know if this is normal, guys, or if it's something I should be worried about. Let me know in the comments, all you angelfish fans or guys that have kept angels before. I'm guessing that these guys are of adult size now, so I don't know why. Would that make any difference either? Again, I'm new to all this. I'm doing research in the background as well and looking it all up, but it does seem to be just contained to when it's feeding time, and then they'll just go back to their own little areas and it's good. And I guess that's because I've got the 4-foot tank that they can set up like their own territories quite easily. Apparently this will all change even more if eggs come into the mix and we get some breeding action going on, which would be really cool. If I did get a pair, I'd probably set something up for them maybe, because that would be cool, wouldn't it, getting some angelfish babies. If we get some more spawning going on with the goldfish as well, then I'm going to try and be setting, so I'm pointing at it because it's right next to me, I can actually see them looking at me. I'm going to try to set something up for that as well, so I should probably get that sorted now, ready for when they come. Well, I've got tanks I can put eggs into, so we're all good. Is that light wonky? Yeah. Ah, who cares? Anyway, there is an absolute ton of room now in this tank. Loads of you have been saying in the last video, get a 4th one, get a 5th one. A lot of people are also saying keep it just to 3, but I'm really tempted. I am really tempted. There is a ton of space there, you are right. So the thumbnails for this series, I was going to be putting a red cap in there. That's an oranda, like a white body, really nice whiteness to it, and then a beautiful just red cap on its head. Like, it kind of looks like its brains coming out. That's what my wife says, but I think it looks gorgeous. I actually do really want to get a red cap around a goldfish, so I probably will be doing that at some point. I just think a red cap will just go really nicely with Ember. Look, I mean, how about this? You can't just have 4 in the tank. 4 is an even number. It doesn't look right. Nature needs odd numbers. So what about we get 1 more oranda, the red cap, and 1 more ranchu? So then we've got 5 total. I think that tank is more than capable of handling that number of fish. Got a decent filter going on, loads of swimming space. Like, I'm not covering it with hardscape like usual. We could definitely do that. I really love goldfish now as well. So, oh, look at them. We've got to do it. Not right this second, but, you know, soon. Oh, and more awesome news, guys. So I was just peeking into the top of the ecosystem aquarium, just looking at the duckweed, really, thinking, oh, great, the duckweed is growing back again. And then I noticed loads of little babies. We've got more babies. They're Endler babies, because I've got a female, there's a female Endler there, and there's the male right next to it. I don't remember it being pregnant when I put it in, but could well have been. Female endlers don't really show up that they're pregnant a huge amount compared to, say, a guppy. Obviously they do if you take a close look, but you know, it doesn't stand out massively. I mean, now that I've seen the babies, I can clearly see that she's swollen, but still. This is cool though, because there's no crossbreeding there. It's just a male endler and a female endler. I think that's really cool. Going to get some interesting babies out of that. Let's take a closer look. So here they are. Look, there you go. There's one right there. Can you see? There you go. Little baby. Hello fella. So there's one. I definitely saw 2 as well. Yeah, look, there you go. Right next to each other. Look, there's 2 there for sure. Are there more? If there's 2, there tends to be a lot more. Although in my experience, endlers don't tend to have as many babies as normal guppies. And also the age of the endler seems to determine the number of babies they have. Sort of the older they get, they tend to have like a better yield, if you like. But yeah, that's great news. So I'm looking forward to seeing what those babies are actually going to be. I mean, they might all end up just like that male one in there, but it's not always the case at all, is it? So coming back to the angelfish aquarium behind me, guys, I'm hoping that everything is okay. Again, like, I don't pretend to you guys to have loads of experience. This is my first time keeping angelfish. Is this aggression that you're seeing when feeding okay, normal? No one's getting injured, and it quickly stops afterwards. Does it mean I'm going to have potential problems down the road? Are we all okay? Is this normal? Upon the research I've done so far, it appears that it is normal, but it says that I have to look out for continued bullying. So, what's bullying? Like, calling each other names or something. I don't know. Does it mean keep pecking at them? I'm guessing persistence, like keep like challenging, I guess. But I'll make sure that I continue to monitor them all and just ensure that nothing's going on that's too bad. But as you can see at the moment, look, this area here seems to be where a couple of them stay. And then that area over there is where some more stay. They seem to have come to like some sort of agreement, like turf wars. Why have I got gangster angelfish? Hey man, you're on our patch. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, all this is great fun because nothing bad is actually happening, and I'm getting to see a side of the hobby that I hadn't actually experienced before, which is aggression between bigger fishes, how you sort it out, what you can do, pay attention to. It's quite interesting just figuring out the hierarchy and seeing what's going on. At the moment, I think Blackie, is he there? Is the absolute boss. Seems to be. He can go wherever he wants and no one will bother. But Guy Diamond, whoa. Guy Diamond seems to be second in command whenever there's food around. They all seem to just chill when there's no food, so hopefully everything's going to be fine. I think it will be, but I'll keep an eye on it, keep monitoring it.